Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here, back for another video this afternoon, or maybe evening at this point if you're watching it on Tuesday. So the anniversary week month is in full swing, and no surprise, there's not a whole lot to do right now. There is now especially 4 showcase events running. Make sure that you do this because I know it's such a pain in the ass because only 3 of them right now show up in the campaigns window, the Illuminati, the Peggy Carter. I'm assuming you're running Peggy Carter or you're farming someone else for the training mods, but make sure you're farming the orb fragments in here. We also have the Lalandra one running as well. That gives you gold orb fragments. And then don't forget that there's also going to be the anniversary one, which you unfortunately have to go and navigate to the go. What is this? Have I seen this before? Oh, Patreon. Okay. Anyways, have to navigate to the event selection where you can go to the 7th anniversary event. And right now for chapter 1, the best thing to do once you've cleared all the things as much as you can do, go to easy mode, go to easy 1-9, and you can farm these training orb fragments. These are probably the best things that you can do with your energy right now because there's no gold orb fragments. There might be on like one of the later chapters, but right now this is the only one with orb fragments. And personally, I recommend this because the drop rates on the other ones, you don't really need the origin gear that has a terrible drop rate on heroic, for example. So I would just farm the orb fragments. Even if you think you don't need the training mods, just do it anyways so that you have a backlog of that stuff. I do want to cover some data mines today because there's some pretty exciting stuff. Now, I'm going to keep War Machine here because we're going to be using him as a prop later on because it seems like we have more concrete data around gear tier 20. There's quite a few entries in the data mines that I want to cover here today that talk about this and when we might see this because I was thinking that this is March, this is the anniversary month, they really need to release something good. Seems like we might be getting it. So if you're ready to go, let's boil this down. Okay, so we're going to jump into the data mines that I have here, and then we're going to talk about more of this. So if you've been following along most of my videos when it comes to data mines, things like that, then you'll kind of know where we're currently at. I normally cover these every couple of days or so, depending on what shows up in the data mines. There has been some adjustments to the passes. We kind of knew that one of the old passes mentioned Lieutenant America, aka I believe that was a Patriot pass. This has changed, which I believe is the upcoming one, obviously, because we're going into Lalandra's Brooches. I think there were some typos, or maybe they forgot back in the head office there. But anyways, it's going to be a Hercules Battle Pass coming up next with Lalandra's Brooches, right? So it's going to have both, but it's going to be headlining Hercules there. I think we already had a Jean Grey one, right? So we're kind of moving on now, I guess, slowly, and I suppose Liberty will be later on. So this is what I really wanted to focus on here today is the hero's journey or a hero's journey. So when I saw this, I was like, but then I saw this part and I was like, hold on, earn purple ions and gear tier 20 gear. Now, it's very possible, there's a possibility that this is a typo because it's Scopely, right? You know, they fuck up data mines and typing all the time because I think they use, honestly, I strongly believe that they use ChatGPT or AI to do a lot of their text related stuff. I've caught numerous mistakes in terms of their typos and other shit like that that really shouldn't be in there. But there's quite a few other instances that show it, which is why I think this might actually be coming. So, Commander, get ready for the the hero's journey miles. So bad. Gain progress in this event by playing Cosmic Crucible, earning hero journey orbs. OBS, see, there's a typo there. I literally just copied and pasted from the files. Earn fantastic rewards, including Crimson, Skill Gear, T3, ISO 8 Ions, Diamond Orbs, Dark Diamond Credits, and Commander XP. Now, in here, it does not specify Gear Tier 20 gear. The Hero's Journey Orb also does not specify this either. It says contains multiple hero shards, gold, and L4 training modules. It does say, though, Crimson Skill Gear. So that very well could be Gear Tier 20 skill gear based on what it said. This is like the titling of each of the events, those kinds of things. So it could still be that. The way that you get points for this event, though, I think in terms of the timeline, this is probably at least 2 weeks out because we talked about this Lucky 7 event, which is going to be in about 2 weeks' time because next week is Jean Grey. The following week is going to be Lucky 7. So this is going to be probably the week of March the 17th, Monday, which is the Old Man Logan costume. We talked about this in my previous video, right? So this event here, I don't know because it's not actually in this, right? This was the sorry, let me zoom out a bit. This was the anniversary sort of event photo that was kind of posted online, and you can kind of see it here. We got the seventh celebration begins, seventh voyage, lucky seven is right there, and seventh time is the charm. And nowhere in here is the hero's journey or a hero's journey. That being said, the origin coins event for Howard the Duck is also not on here. So there's a very good chance that here, because of the timeline of the data mines that we're seeing, the progression, that I would place the event somewhere in here in the time of the Lucky 7 event because the data mines are showing up after the Lucky 7 data mines. So I got to imagine that it's fitting in somewhere in here. Again, the Howard the Duck event is not anywhere posted on here, which suggests that they can bring out more events as well. So that's just something to keep in mind. How you get points for this is going to be battling in Cosmic Crucible, earning the hero's journey orb fragments from ISO 8 campaign nodes. So this might actually be a good time to start hoarding ISO 8 energy. One thing I don't know is whether or not this orb actually contains gear tier 20 gear, or if it's only going to be within the milestone itself. Although I guess depending on if there's point caps, point limits, and those kinds of things, it still might be a good idea to hoard your ISO 8 campaign energy, because this very well could be a very, very important event in 2 weeks' time. There's really not much to lose, in my opinion. I guess we need to talk about the, oops, we need to talk about the strike pass here really quickly, because you do not want to miss the end. I'm pretty sure you do have to get to the end in order to get the Lalandra's brooches. Like it is literally on level 56. So how do you do this and be able to hoard? Well, you can't hoard your strike pass energy, or sorry, your campaign energy and your ISO 8 energy. You can only hoard one. In this instance, if you want, what you could do is you could wait a little bit of time and then start hoarding. You might need to clear some of the ISO 8 objectives for a couple days and then hoard the rest. You can still refresh the ISO 8 energy and spend, I believe it was the 400 that you need to clear the objective and hoard the rest. There's ways that you can kind of still clear the objective and still hoard a bit. It just might require a little bit more coring, and you're not going to be saving as much every single day. But for example, that you can actually hoard your entire campaign energy set and still clear the strike pass on the last day. But the ISO 8 energy is worth a little bit more on the daily objectives on the strike pass points. So I would caution that you probably still would need to clear a couple of days of the ISO 8 energy to maintain that level 56 clear. Normally, it's not a big deal whether or not we clear the strike pass or not. But if you want red stars for Lalandra, then this is something that you're going to have to keep in mind. Jumping back to the data mines, there are going to be additional bonus points for using the Star Jammers, but the reason why I think this is going to be around the Old Man Logan event or that costume event is because you're getting points for not only Howard the Duck, but you're also getting points for Havoc at 4, 5, and 6 yellow. Yes, there's no 7 yellow points for some reason. I don't know. Maybe that's a typo and they'll fix it later. And there's points for Lalandra, but at no particular stars. So this is going to be an event that's going to take place when the entire Starjammers are at least available on offer, right? So Howard the Duck is going to be tomorrow. Havoc probably will be next Friday, which is going to be like the 14th of March, I guess, right? And then this event I would expect to be like the 17th of March. So do keep that in mind as well. And some other nods here that you can see. These are offers, actually. I believe these two are offers here related to a hero's journey. And you can see that within the offer text down here at the bottom, at the end, you can see gear tier 20 gear. You can also see it down here, gear tier 20 gear. These are just a variety of different offers related to this event, which kind of solidifies that either it's one giant colossal fuck up that they typoed, or it's actually happening. And there's another one down here, some more inbox text related to Hero's Journey. Don't miss out on Purple Ions and Gear Tier 20 gear. So there's more than just one reference to this and why I think this actually could be coming. There's one more thing that I also want to talk about related to Gear Tier 20. I know your eyes. You're probably yelling at me about your eyes. And yes, I don't. So this is how I use my data mines. This is my Notepad++. And yes, I do use it in light mode, because if I change it to dark mode, it does not look good when it highlights, and I have not found a proper color. I apologize in advance, but why am I here? And that's why I had War Machine in the background, because we're using him as a test, a prop. So there's two categories here, Tech Armor 18 and Tech Armor 19. Now, you would think that Tech Armor 18 over here, this above the highlight, is teal. It is not. What this means is 18 is actually 19 because that's the start. You can see that it says on this line, it says red tech matte. If I zoom in a little bit more, so 18 is actually 19, which means 19 is actually 20 in terms of the gear. These updates were changed today in the DataMines files in this text file here. And the important thing is that on the 19, it says you need 10 tech pieces and 10 other tech pieces for A1 and A2. Those are the origin pieces that are mentioned for this, or 10, 10, and 10. I wanted to double check because I haven't actually upgraded War Machine yet, and I want to see if that actually lines up. I don't remember how many. I think that's how much you need, right? Multiples of 10 for the gear pieces. No, no, not there. Sorry, this side. That's no, you don't. Okay, so I'm not entirely sure where the number. Maybe it's this. I'm not entirely sure where the numbers are coming from exactly, but what I can say down here is that it changes. Oh my god, I hate that it keeps resetting. Anyways, the 19, or AKA the 20 line over here. You can see the highlight over here that it says 15 and 25, and the numbers are different. They just updated all of the characters and all of the gear related to 19, again, which is actually 20, have changed. The numbers have changed, which means it sounds like that the background work that they're doing on Gear Tier 20 has begun, that they're starting to compile the actual equipment pieces, how much material it actually costs, the origin costs, all of the red gear costs, and all of that stuff here. This could be related to minis. I'll be honest, I don't check this file very often. It's very seldom that this gets updated, maybe like once a year or something like that. It does not change that often, and that's why I wanted to bring that up. There is a whole lot of, like, every single character has updates to Gear Tier 19 and Gear Tier 20. So, you know, I got to imagine that there's a reason for all of this. You can see every single entry here that's highlighted is related to the both Gear Tier 19 and Gear Tier 20 and the red gear. So I think that's suggesting to me that, yes, what I saw in the data mines related to that event, Hero's Journey, is actually coming to pass, and that we're going to be seeing some information and some news on this. It could be in the Friday blog, maybe after I've kind of revealed this on the data mines, that maybe there might be some Envoy release about it, because, you know, it seems that the data mines get pushed before official information comes out, and that's why I wanted to bring this stuff to you guys. I hope it is coming, because I really need something to do. I've mentioned this in other videos. I am pretty bored. I'm going to be perfectly blunt and honest. I need something to do. I need a new carrot to chase. So I really hope that this Gear Tier 20 is coming. And if it is, it could very well be coming within the next 2 weeks. That's going to be it for now for this video. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and you'll be greatly helping out the channel. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next one.